You guys wanted Daima, so I'm gonna add Daima before I do Super, so welcome back to the What If, everybody. So, I'm gonna say everything in Daima goes to canon up until the fight with Goma, using the third eye. So, the reason why this has changed a bit is because I'm gonna say he gets defeated with one shot in Goku's childlike body, but lands on something that changes the story a bit. Well, more like a lot. Because he lands on something that was sealing a very powerful evil entity away, which is Janemba. I told you I was going to bring him in. So, after Janemba is released, he starts causing havoc, and Goku and Vegeta start fighting him, but their reach is too small with their childlike bodies, so Glorio uses the Demon World Dragon Balls to wish for them to have their adult bodies back. So Goku and Vegeta fight Janemba together. Janemba is losing a little, but not that much. Well, actually, he is losing because, didn't I say Goku during the Buu Saga is like 5 times weaker or 2 times weaker than Janemba? I'm just gonna say 5 times weaker than Janemba, but during his training before Daima, he surpassed Janemba by 1 time. So, Goku is still having a little trouble, but Goku can manage. So, Goku fights with fights Janemba and is incredibly. It's kind of a tie, kind of not. So we are going to see Vegeta give Goku some energy, like in the Z Broly movies. If you don't know, watch them. They're good. Besides the whole people saying they're not canon. So Goku would get some energy from Vegeta, which would amp him up, make him like 3 times stronger than Janemba, and he powers up an attack in his fist, which is the Dragon Fist. So Goku would one-shot Janemba. So there we go. That was Daima for you. Everything went like canon up until that fight. So now we're in the Battle of Gods. So everything would go like. Actually, it wouldn't go like canon. I think Beerus would actually be curious about why Goku looks like that. So once Beerus sees Goku, he would be very interested in Goku. Like, Saiyans are not supposed to look like that, in his opinion, unless they're ancient ones. Beerus has been around for centuries. I can see that Saiyans used to look like either Super Saiyan 4s or Super Saiyan 5s in some cases. So Goku fights Beerus on King Kai's planet, and he's able to push him a little bit, let's say to 30% of his power, which is surprisingly a lot from mortal form. So Goku would be defeated after Beerus uses 40% of his power and chops the back of his neck. So everything Wait, there's no Majin Buu, is there? So everything, I'm just gonna, I don't remember if I let Fat Buu live? Oh yeah, I did. So everything up until Goku got back, like at the party, goes canon because Majin Buu did the pudding thing. You don't know? You don't. No. So, when Goku gets back, they ask Shenron about the Super Saiyan God, and he explains it. So, they decide to do the ritual on Goku, which they don't know if it would really work on Goku, but they're hoping it will. So, once Goku gets turned into a Super Saiyan God, his fur is no longer silver. It's a dark red. Well, scarlet red. And his eyes are a deep red color. And he has a fiery red aura around him. I'm going to call this Super Saiyan God 5. Basically a fan-made form I looked up. But hey, it's cool. So, Goku would begin fighting Beerus, and Beerus would have to use... I said he had to use 30% in Goku's normal form, so... I'm going to say he's going to have to use 90% to keep up. Which is incredibly overpowered if you think about it. So Goku and Beerus fight would be a whole lot more destructive. Like Macrocosm, I'm not going to bring fucking power scale into this. This is what if that's from my shorts. So Goku would begin... The fight would go a lot easier and kind of the same at the same time. So, Goku would... When it comes to the whole losing Super Saiyan God, it's now part of his base form with God Ki, so... I'm not in today, sorry. So, Goku would be... Let's say he, in his base form without Super Saiyan God, after he lost it, is like 60% of Beerus' power. So, still incredibly strong. So... Goku would still be fighting Beerus in his base form until he loses, since Beerus goes to 100% of his strength. So, Goku, now we're on to the Resurrections F Saga. So, everything would go, like, to canon until Vegeta and Goku arrive, because, fuck, I'm not doing the whole story if it just goes like canon until they arrive, so... But I will say they arrived faster because they can sense Gohan's energy. And Gohan... knew what trouble they were in since he could sense something in Frieza. So, do I think Vegeta gets Super Saiyan Blue? Yes. Goku is still trying to figure out how to get his normal state, which is Super Saiyan 5, to make Super Saiyan Blue, so... He still has the God form, which is incredibly strong for him. So... So, I'm going to say Vegeta's the one who fights him for Frieza first. So, Vegeta and Frieza are fighting... Well, Frieza. I didn't mean to say Freezer. Well, that's the Mexican name for him. So, Frieza would power up into his golden form. Vegeta goes into Super Saiyan Blue. and starts fighting Frieza. Winning on some points, but losing on some others. So, until Frieza loses all his stamina, it's actually a pretty one-sided fight for Frieza, but even fight for actually both of them. So when he loses his stamina, he's getting dog-walked by Vegeta. Do I see Frieza trying to blow up the planet? Yes, it's a Frieza thing to do. So, Vegeta would know this and actually get a W this time. He kills Frieza before he can destroy the planet with his key. So, Vegeta actually got his revenge. So, now we're on... What saga was after this one? Oh yes, Universal 6 tournament. So, Goku... Trump would come to Beerus' planet and they would have the whole food contest, and Champa would be introduced to ramen from Earth, and he would love it. So, he decides to do the whole tournament thing. To fight over Earth, and the one who wins gets the Super Dragon Balls as well. So, do I think Goku would pick the same team? Yes, besides Monaka. Since Goku is as strong as Beerus in Super Saiyan God 5, like Beerus is 90% of power, so they don't need Monaka, so they're going to choose somebody else. No, not Frieza. Piccolo, Gohan. Let's say... Yeah, let's say Krillin and Vegeta. Yeah, those are the four people Goku chooses. So, who would go up first? I'm going to say it's Krillin. So, Krillin would fight the first opponent. I don't remember if it was Frost or... Oh, it was that bouncy guy. That bouncy bear guy. I don't remember his name. Sorry. When it's side characters like that, you don't remember names. Oh, hey, kitty cat. So, yes, you're in front of my video, kitty cat. Sorry about that. So, the fight goes kind of the same, but kind of different from the original one. Like, since Krillin is the one fighting the Batamo? Yeah, I think it was Batamo. So, he would actually use his head and grab Batamo's leg, spin him around, and throw him out of the ring. So, the next fight is... I think it was Kaba? No, I think it was Frost. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm just gonna say it's Frost because it's been a while since I watched that arc. So, yeah. So, Krillin would be knocked out because of the poison. So, do I think Piccolo would go next? No, I think Vegeta would tell him to sit this one out because he wants to do it. So, that is what's going to happen. Vegeta's going to fight Frost, and he's going to dog walk him in, let's say, Super Saiyan. He does not need Super Saiyan Blue for that guy. If he's the same power as original Frieza from the Namek saga. So, Vegeta would actually dog walk him, and I think he would lose the next match, which is actually that next match is Kaba. So the match after that one, which was I don't remember the Iron guy's name. So I'm just gonna say Vegeta loses it because the air was losing. He was losing air, so he passed out. So the one up next is Piccolo, and I'm gonna say he actually wins this one because he figures out the robot guy's weakness, which is being insulted, which makes Vegeta hit his head because he didn't think of that. So now we're up against the fight with Hit. Do I see Piccolo losing? Yes. So we have to bring in Goku. Well, or Gohan. So I'm going to say Gohan first, but he loses. And now we're up against Goku. So Goku would actually be able to keep up in his Super Saiyan 5 form, not the Super Saiyan God 5 form, and able to see Hit time skip. So Goku would actually be able to keep up, but when he transforms into Super Saiyan God 5, he obliterates Hit. He knocks Hit out with one punch into the outside of the ring. So Goku and Universe 7 win this fight. So do I see Beerus wishing back Champa's Earth? Yes. Okay, now we're at the Goku Black Saga. So what I'm gonna say is that this Goku Black is the Goku's body from the original timeline, so he's much weaker than this version of Goku. So do I see Goku taking care of Goku Black on when he went to the past? I'm gonna say yes, since he's much weaker. And our Goku in this What If is much more serious than Super Goku. He has the same mentality as GT Goku and Inuzi Goku. So Goku would absolutely dog walk base form Goku Black in the past and not want to deal with him anymore by killing him because he knows that Goku Black is no good, so, and probably beyond redemption. So Goku would go with Trunks and Vegeta to the future and find future Zamasu, the immortal one, immortal Zamasu or future Zamasu. So after Zamasu sees that Goku Black didn't come back, he was worried, and he realizes he must have died in the future. Past. So they would fight Zamasu, but they found out he's immortal, so Goku remembered the technique he learned from Master Roshi, which is the Mufuba. Thank God I pronounced that right. So Goku would be prepared to do the Mufuba on future Zamasu to seal him away. So, yeah, Goku would actually seal future Zamasu away right this time. And, last time was actually Trunks in canon, so yeah. So, and he would also remember the fucking seals, so. Goku would actually seal Zamasu away perfectly without any distractions or mess-ups. So, that's the end of the Goku Black Saga. Trunks' timeline is saved, and yeah. So, the next saga is the Tournament of Power Saga. Or the Survival Saga. Whichever you want to call it. I call it the Tournament of Power Saga. On my neck. So, we have... Okay, let me think. Everything goes up into canon, like, everybody fights who they want, but they don't bring Frieza back, yeah. I'm gonna say they substitute him for, let's just be funny and say Yamcha, because he's actually much stronger in this version. So, Yamcha's much stronger. I'm gonna say he's around the levels of Boo in the Boo Saga, like Kid Boo. So, he's able to take out some people in the tournament. So, yeah. So, now we go to the fight with Jiren and Goku. But, since Goku didn't actually suggest this fight, I'm going to say it happened because Zeno was bored. And he saw the Universe 6 tournament. So he was like, yeah, let's do this. So, I have not done interaction in this video, so, sorry about that. So, Goku and Jiren's interaction would be much weirder, because, let me try to do Jiren's voice. Warrior, why do you look like that? I can tell you're powerful, but you look weird. Okay, that's just... And Goku would be like... Am I really looking that weird for a lot of people? So, Goku and Jiren would fight each other. I'm going to say Goku using Super Saiyan God 5 is actually the same power as current Jiren's base form. But when Jiren goes full of power, I think Goku would actually have to... He found a way to evolve it, so he's now in Super Saiyan Blue 5. Which is the same power as his... Same level as Jiren's full power, I'm going to say is a 50 times amp on his base form, so, yeah. Goku would actually have an even fight with Jiren, so... Do I see him coming out as the winner? Yes. So... Goku would win this, but barely. He's exhausted and hurt. So, some of their team members would actually have to back him up to make sure he heals up. And after they win the tournament, they wish for all the universes back. Do I want to do the Moral Saga and the Granola Saga? I have not read the manga in a while, so... Actually, I'm just going to say that. So, the Moral Saga kind of goes the same, but it's much easier for Goku. And the Granola Saga as well. But I'm going to change something about it where... Since Broly movie, we wouldn't have it since Frieza is probably still dead. So... But do I see... Actually, let's retcon the whole thing about Broly and... I mean... You know... Oh, fuck. Let's just retcon the whole thing I said, besides up into the Tournament of Power. So, I'm gonna redo that. Do I see the Broly Saga? No. Unless Chilai and Limo find him and go on an adventure with him. Because Frieza is no longer still alive. and he wasn't brought back. So, do I see the fight with Broly happening? Possibly yes, possibly no. So, it's up to your interpretation. So, I'm just gonna say yes, because Broly is a favorite character of mine. Especially Z Broly. He was a fucking menace. So,